Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to create your first Minecraft plugin. To get started, you're going to want to have IntelliJ installed, and then make sure you go to plugins and you have Minecraft development plugin installed. Make sure it's fully updated, and then let's go to projects and let's create a new project. Make sure you click on Minecraft down here, and we're going to create a spawn plugin so we can do /spawn. We don't need this. Let's click on plugin, paper. We're going to keep all of these settings, and we're going to make sure we're on 26.2 because that's latest right now. But if you're on a different version, it should be around the same. For this version of Minecraft, we need to be on this version of Java, so Java 25. So let's press create with that. Now I'm going to full screen the IDE. Now just give it a moment as it loads up everything. Now that everything is loaded in, we're going to go over here in our project. We're going to click on this, go to SRC where our code is, go to Java, and go all the way in until you see this class right here, and it should look like this. Now we're going to right click on here and we're going to make a new class called spawn command. I recommend for every command you make it a separate Java file. It'll just be so much easier in the long term when you're coding. Since this is a command, I'm going to implement command executor, and then we're going to implement the method. I'm going to click out of this and I'm going to push this to the side so it's easier to see. First, I'm going to change this to true. And then I'm going to put some space in here, and let's first make sure that when this command is run, it's actually run by a player and not by a command block or the console. So we're going to use the sender right here, and we're going to check if they're an instance of a player. And if they are a player, then we're just going to keep on going. But if they're not a player, then we're going to send this message to whoever ran the command, and we're just going to return true, which means the command is real. But we're just not going to continue after that. Next, let's get the world that this is running and the spawn location. So we're going to add these imports in. Last but not least, we're going to teleport the player to the spawn location and then send them a message of it. Now we can go to our spawn.java or whatever your file was. Now instead of the on enable, we're going to write get command and then write spawn. This is what the command is going to be. So it's going to be like /spawn, but we don't have to write the slash here. Then we do .set executor. Then we add that class in. So new spawn command. Lastly, we're going to go to resources down here to our plugin.yml. And then under here, we're going to write commands with a colon, then put a tab, then put your command in, and then another tab, so 2 tabs here, and then you can write a description and how to use the command. This will actually register it so players can do /spawn in their game. If you want, you can also add permissions. So if you use a permission plugin like Lucky Perms, then you can set that up really nice with your plugin. So all you have to do is add the permission thing right here with a colon and then the permission you want to set. Now under here, you can write permissions, and then for each permission, you can write the description of it and if it's defaulted to true. Default true would mean that if you spawn into the world with no admin, no operator, then you can run the command. Otherwise, if you wanted so operators automatically have it, you can just write op. Of course, now that we have permissions, we should also add that to our command. So after we check if it's a player, we should add and check if they actually have the permission of it. Now, of course, since we over here, we wrote that default is true, then if we add someone into a server right now with this plugin, they should be able to run it unless this was denied for some reason. Now all we have to do is press run over here. This will quickly make a server in your file system. At the same time, we should launch Minecraft. I'm going to be launching Lunar Client 26.2. Once your thing has stopped running in your IDE, you can go to run and then go to EULA and set this to true. And now we can press run again. Now that my Minecraft is launched, we can go to multiplayer and then go to our localhost, which the IP is just localhost, and then we can join that. Now that I'm in the game, we can go walk around, and if I do /help, we can see that there's a command for spawn, and we can do /spawn, and it teleports us back to spawn where we were. So I can run that again, and it just teleports us back. And that's all there is for today. Adios.